Let's kick off. So, hi, Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast team. Tonight we're at Hickory's for the launch of the tennis trail event in the proceeding on the lead up towards the W60 that's happening next month. So we're going to talk to a lot of people this evening. We're going to find out a lot of information. And when I say we, that's me and Deedee. We're on Girl Power tonight.
Alex has let us loose.
He has let us loose. He doesn't know what he's done. But first of all, let's do a quick shout out to our sponsor of the month, Gin Different and Pop-Up Shop. Gin Different is a craft gin bar based in the Market Hall on the gallery level, where they do up to 137 craft gins. If you want to try out a gin and you're not sure about what suits you, there are gin tasting evenings that Darren runs, as well as being open on the late nights that the Market Hall is open. So that's a thank you to our sponsor of the month, Gin Different. And that noise in the background sounds like someone's having a cocktail whipped up. So Deedee and I will keep tabbing in once we've established who's who here and who we're going to talk to. So stay with us through the night. Thank you.
Thank you. Double hit.
Okay, so Jules and Deedee back again. So we're now we're starting to mingle. We've found out who we need to talk to, and we've got our first victim. So we're going to get her to introduce herself, tell her where she's from, and the involvement with the tennis trail. So over to you.
I'm Helen Morgan, Curriculum Leader for Art and Design at Shrewsbury College's group. We're involved in this project as we're decorating 8 of the sculptures that are going to be part of the trail that's going around Shrewsbury. We've got level 2 and level 3 students involved in this competition that we're running with the students. Dave's been over today to see the designs, very pleased with what we're planning to do. We've got a 2-week turnaround now to actually put this into realisation.
So when you say 8, do you know how many there are in total?
I believe there's 12 in total.
Okay, so you've actually got a high proportion of them then?
Yes, huge, yeah. Whole room full of them back at the college. They're quite big sculptures as well, so there's quite a lot of work to do in a 2-week turnaround, but we're confident that we're going to do a really good job.
Yeah, and in terms of like the competition element of it, so you said like how does that element of it work?
So the students have put together proposals of what they'd like to design. That's then been selected. The strongest designs been put forward and been selected. David came over today to help that with that selection. And I believe when they actually go around the town in the trail, the public will also be voting for the winning sculpture.
Perfect. So it's basically down to a public vote, and then that winning sculpture, where does that go?
I'm not sure what happens next. I know there's some sort of a cash prize for the winning design, but I'm not really sure on the detail of what happens to the sculpture in the end, or all of them actually.
All right, well no doubt we can find out this evening by asking some people. Hopefully Dave will be able to tell us as well. Okay, that is brilliant. Helen, thank you very much indeed for your time.
Pleasure, thank you very much.
So it's Dee here. I'm with Emma from the Shrewsbury Bid. How are you involved in this event?
So we're helping the Shrewsbury Club organise a tennis trail by picking locations around the town for the 12 balls and promoting it through our original Shrewsbury channels.
So you know where they're all located then?
We do, and we've put together the programme. So if you pick up the programme, it will have all 12 of the locations on the tennis balls and the sponsors, but you've got to go around and find where they are and what their key message is and fill it in on the programme.
And where can people get involved?
So you can pick up the programme from the Visitor Information Centre from when the trail starts on the 17th of February. Yeah. But you can also download it online, and the website is worldtourshrewsbury.co.uk.
And what's your favourite part about this event?
I love how it's bringing people that come to Shrewsbury for the tournament into the town to explore and see all the fantastic businesses that we've got and what the town's all about. But also for people who are in the town who don't maybe know much about tennis or about the tournament, to walk around and sort of see it in their town and find out a bit more about what it's about.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you because it is such a beautiful town. I think with a lot of the tennis courts being on the outskirts of it, it's a good way to draw people in, isn't it? Very, very much. But thank you so much.
I have one question actually regarding the trail, and obviously people have got to fill a programme in.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing there's a prize at the end?
There are. So the prizes are tickets to the tennis tournament. So it will finish just before the tournament starts, but you can continue to do the trail all through the Easter holidays as well, just with the family.
And when is the tournament?
So the tournament starts at the start of April and lasts for a week, I believe.
Cool.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, though.
Fantastic.
Brilliant, thank you. 25. Hi, so Jules here, and we're with Paula, the marketing manager from Hickory's. So Paula, tell us how you guys have got involved with the launch tonight.
Well, during our actual launch here back in November, we got to meet Beth and Dave and some of the team from the Shrewsbury Club, and they were telling us all about this amazing tennis tournament that's coming here to Shrewsbury, and we just felt that we wanted to get involved in some way. So we are going to be sponsoring their Family Fun Day, because that fits really nicely with our vibe here at Hickory's. Yeah. And then tonight we've hosted the official launch for all the sponsors, and shown them, people who haven't been here before, a little bit what Hickory's is like, and you know, just pledging our support for the event, really.
Yeah, absolutely. So you say you're also getting involved with the Kids Festival, or the Family Fun Day, isn't it?
Yes, we're going to be getting involved with the Family Fun Day at the tennis.
Yeah.
As part of our relationship with them, and then we're talking to Beth about getting involved in a major way with the food festival, because obviously there's a big...
Oh my God, Jess, you should be.
Yeah, there's a big barbecue element, and we've got a couple of competitive barbecue chefs, so we're looking at ways we can get involved with that, and then Oktoberfest and the Family Fest. So we're just going to be it's going to be like festival heaven here.
And we're just waiting for the sun to come out, aren't we, for all these festivals? But brilliant. Okay. And in terms of like other things that you've got, say, going on here, in terms of other launches that you might be able to talk about, is there anything coming up?
Well, obviously, we're all just getting over the fact it was Super Bowl last night and we were open all night, so there's a few sore heads. But yeah, we're planning more character breakfasts for the kids. We're planning a big celebration for 4th of July weekend.
Oh, yes.
And we're already putting plans in place for our big Halloween festival, so there's lots to look forward to.
Excellent. Well, looking forward to all of them, particularly the July the 4th one, because that's going to be mega, isn't it? So we know about the NFL here last night because Alex was here. Super Bowl, not NFL. Oh, God, I'm so hopeless. I know it is, but it's American sports, isn't it? So what time did you wrap up here yesterday?
There were people still here about 5:45, 6 o'clock this morning. Drew, who's one of our managers, one of our area managers, he left here at, I think, 4:30, went home, had a few hours sleep, and was back on the train from Chester at 9 o'clock. So that's dedication for you.
Oh my God. Alex said he was 20 to 4, but 6:30. Oh well. Big up for you for staying up and doing another night's event.
I know. I have to say I slipped away a little earlier.
Brilliant. Okay, well, thanks very much indeed for your time again, Paula.
Oh, thanks, guys. It's great to see you. Hope to see you soon.
Cool. That's it. Okay, so and we're back. We keep basically shutting ourselves in a little sort of like, I don't even know what it is, a corridor space between the outside upstairs and the inside, because it's quite noisy. So we're here with two people. We're going to let them introduce themselves and say where they're from. So over to you guys.
Hi there. My name's Jess Bailey. I'm a talent manager from Team For You.
I'm Nick. I'm also from Team For You.
And what's your role, Nick?
I'm an operations director.
Okay, cool. So how is Team For You involved in this launch this evening?
So in two ways, really. So we have a tennis ball. Our tennis ball's going to be based in the square.
So we know where one of them's going to be.
Oh, am I not supposed to say that?
We're going to have
So sorry. And we're also involved with sponsoring the corporate night on the Friday alongside Code Break, which we're super excited about. That's big news for us. We're quite small.
Yep.
We opened only last year, sort of spring last year. So this is a huge deal for us. We're not one of the big boys. We're very much small. There's only 3 of us that work in the company. So to do this, it's a huge investment, and we see it as a really, really positive step to embedding ourselves in Shropshire.
So where are you guys based?
On the business park.
Oh, right, the one on the outskirts up near the I want to keep saying...
By the Holiday Inn?
Yes, that...
You wanted to call the Love something?
No. I'd love to stay up that roundabout end.
It might be.
Salop Caravan end.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, we started in Birmingham, actually, in April. And we're all from Shrewsbury, so we were doing the trek every day, and it was quite bad. And there's such a great market for us in Shrewsbury.
Yeah,
And what I love about Shrewsbury is generally the localness of it, and you generally get very welcomed because of that.
Yeah.
I think everybody in Shrewsbury is quite proud to be part of the town.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was the sensible move for us.
Definitely.
Yeah, so we're up on the business park since September. We moved there, didn't
27th
we?
of September we opened.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool. So, are you allowed to say of anything else that you're involved in, or is it sort of top secret in your world of other stuff until stuff's confirmed?
No, I think for now this is very much our focus on what we're doing. We're really excited to throw really everything we've got into the next 2 months and make this whole event work for us as best as we can. Dave Courteen's been amazing. He sat with me week after week after week to sort of project manage it with me, make sure that it works for us in as many ways as he possibly can. So huge thanks goes to Dave for that, and Beth Heath from Shropshire Festivals. So everyone's been great. We're very much novices to this, so we're just kind of taking all the help we can get, really.
Okay.
But it's exciting. We're really excited. It's exciting times ahead.
So your ball that's in the we won't say where. I think you can say. I don't know.
I'm
We just
sorry.
didn't. No, don't apologise. Obviously, that's you're sponsoring that.
Yes.
Yeah. Is yours one of the ones that's being made by the guys at the college?
No.
We look bad now, don't we?
I know.
I
I
want
felt
to
when
give
you said
children an
that.
opportunity to express. We feel we'll do it all ourselves in corporate colours, and that's what you're having, all right?
Yeah, it's very corporate, team for you, blue and white, really. Yeah, but
Yeah, there's
so
nothing
it
wrong
should
with
be.
that.
Yeah, that's it. So no, we actually the one member of our team. There's only 3 of us, as I said. He's not here with us right now. I think he's enjoying a beer in there.
Yeah,
Actually,
he's
I'm quite jealous.
He's got his tie round, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's sitting around the gloves.
So his background is very much in car mechanics, so he is actually able to access spray paint and kind of work on the ball that way. So he is very much delegated that responsibility. We've got some vinyl to attach, and we've got some bits and bobs to do. And
So you've got high expectations of him.
very much so. Yeah, I think he's feeling the pressure somewhat, and so he should, because we're doing pretty much the rest of it. So yeah, that's good. Let him feel that pressure. That's fine.
Okay.
Next week we should have it back with us, and we're very tempted. We just said before we're going to maybe put it on his car and parade it around the town
On the top of the car.
before it goes in the that we can't say. So we'll see. We might do that.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Oh, we'll look out for that then.
There is something that I'd like to say, if you don't mind. We
Not at
are
all.
doing, so we've got some tickets for the corporate night, which is our sponsorship night, but we also managed to bag 5 tickets to the final, which is really exciting. We wanted to sort of run a competition to give those tickets to somebody else, and they'll go along and have some food and some beer or squash if they're young. And what you have to do, with a tennis racket on the edge, we've got a video, it's on our Facebook and on our LinkedIn and so on.
Yeah.
The edge of a racket, just see how many ball bounces you can
With
do.
the edge, so the very thin. Yeah.
Oh, right.
You'll see.
I was going to say that should be really easy.
I should probably say I'm an ex-county tennis player, and I was for many years. I can do 3. I've been beaten already. I think the record
I never
is
played
7.
tennis in my life, and I did.
You did 4. Wait. You beat me, but you did 4. You didn't do 27. Anyway, so I think the record at the moment stands at 7. Well, I don't buy that.
Well, we'll
anyway.
Okay.
If you upload the video to our Facebook page or to our LinkedIn page, you will enter into the draw.
Okay, guys, so you heard that. Team for you. Do you guys have a symbol? Come on, you must have a variation of the famous phone company that do that. Do you do
You
that?
know what, we haven't, but that's a great idea.
I can't believe you
Do
haven't.
that dusty bin thing.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll have to come on
You've got to work out what to do for team,
I've
haven't
been
you?
in business for 9 months and I've never thought of that.
We'll work out like a
Team
secret.
ball.
Yeah.
We'll do that. Thanks for the idea.
Okay,
We
welcome.
don't, but our strapline, it's the Shrewsbury sort of
1,
theme.
2,
is
3.
Recruitment is evolving. We're trying to do something quite different, and we're trying to push that message out there. It's a very different way of doing things.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's where we're going with the Darwin theme. And of course, we're proud Salopians, so why wouldn't we mention Darwin?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, well, thank you for your time,
All
both.
right, thank you for having us.
Cool.
Exciting times ahead.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Hi, it's Dee here again. Me and Jules have been able to steal someone else away from the crowd. Do you want to introduce yourself and tell us how you're getting involved?
Hi there, my name's Andy Rao. I run a marketing agency called Codebreak, and we're one of the main sponsors for the W60 Shrewsbury Tennis Tournament. Very excited about it.
Did you choose to do this, or did they approach you, or?
Oh, we've worked with Dave Courteen and the team for donkey's years now, so we do a lot of marketing work with the club, and we want to give back as we've grown as well. Passionate fans of tennis and sport. My daughters have had tennis lessons at the Shrewsbury Club probably about 7-8 years. So when something like this came along that's got such a massive appeal across the UK and well, across the world really, we jumped the chance to be one of the sponsors for the Friday night corporate hospitality night.
I think quite a lot of people are getting involved in that, aren't they?
Yeah,
I was talking about that event.
Yeah. Have you got one of the balls as well?
No, we're not doing the Tennis Ball Trail this year because we're one of the sponsors of the club throughout the year, and then we're a sponsor of the tournament as well.
Gotcha.
Tennis Ball Trail, very appealing idea, great idea. So very interested to see how that goes, and I'm sure we'll be a part of it next year. We shall see.
Yeah,
We shall see.
And are you local?
Yes, but I'm from the dark side. I'm from Telford, not Shrewsbury.
Oh no!
I've got to be careful about that now. My wife's from Shrewsbury, I'm from Telford, so...
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah,
That's okay. We met in
You're
London.
allowed to be here. It's okay.
We met in London, funny enough. Turns out we went to the same school as our brothers. Our parents had the same mutual friends, but we just never met. So met in London and moved back here to start a family and started up our business.
Excellent.
Whereabouts is your business based?
We're on Shrewsbury Business Park, so right at the back. So we're PCB solicitors, Whittingham Riddell, that park. So it's nice, convenient to get sort of Telford, Wolverhampton way. We're doing more work into the Midlands
it's
now.
good location.
Yeah, it's nice. I parking space right outside. So into the. So I got nightmare memories of being stuck on the tube in 30 degrees in the summer going to work in a suit. So now no suit, into the car, park outside the office. Lovely.
Have you always had your business based in Shrewsbury, or was it elsewhere before?
No, Shrewsbury. We left London, moved to Shrewsbury, bought a house there, started a family, and our business was there. Well, I've been there since 2000. God, how old am I now? 2006. My goodness.
Oh wow. Okay, so 14 years. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So you read all those scary stats about 80% of businesses fail in the first year and all that. And it's always worrying when starting up a business, but very exciting. You can never take your foot off the gas. You can never get complacent. And
You get the adrenaline, don't you?
Yeah. The buzz of being out there. But we also know we've got to spend our own time and money marketing ourselves as well as our clients. So again, the tennis came along. A really good fit, and it should be a really good night. Really looking forward to it.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for talking to us.
No, you're
and I hope you enjoy
welcome.
the rest of your evening.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for the
Thank
invite.
you. That's it.
We have been able to find Tom, as Jules has been calling the ball man. Tom, do you want to explain that to us and tell us how you've got involved?
Yeah, I got contacted by Dave, and he needed a mascot for the tennis club and the tournament. And so we basically drew up on CAD picture and got it all machined, made some moulds, and then made the parts, and there they are.
So you've made what is like a blank canvas.
Exactly.
Ultimately, for each of the sponsors to do what they're with, and the college, obviously. Yeah. So your company, though, tell us about your company.
Well, we do composites, so we manufacture things, carbon fibre, a wide range of things using fiberglass moulding techniques. We do like event spaces, giant water tanks, geodesic domes, 3D printing, CAD design, and engineering based.
Where did your inspiration for the ball design come from? Because I think it looks a lot like the M&M?
M&M.
That's exactly where it comes from. Dave gave us a bit of so from the customer, you always got to get a bit of feedback from what they want. And one of the things he sort of said, roughly look a bit like that. And a lot of people do say, he looks like an M&M.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that.
How long has it taken the whole process from stage one all the way to like now?
Early December we started it.
Yeah.
We started talking about mid-November. So from about then it's all this
Still quite
process.
quick. That is quick. Yeah.
Yeah, it can. There's queuing times and stuff involved, and once you've made the mould, it's quite a repetitive process.
Yeah.
And then
So whereabouts is Darwin Composites based?
Darwin Composites in Rodenhurst Business Park in Roden, just
I know. Yeah.
just east of Shrewsbury.
Yeah. How long have you been going?
We've been there. Well, we've been going for 4 years now. We started off in a barn with no lights and two 13-amp plugs, and now we've got 9,000 square foot. And
wow.
It's big.
Have you got any other projects coming up?
Yeah, well, I'm building my own geodesic dome at the moment. Big 9 metre. So it's a greenhouse, but it can be anything. It's an event space.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of hype about that soon as well. I've also got some bits to show.
Okay.
If you look on the Facebook page, you can see sort of rough ideas and bits and bobs.
And do you have a website?
Yeah, we've got a website. Does need updating. You shouldn't probably say that, but it does need updating. But we try and use the Facebook page as much as we can because it's just easy. Once things settle down and not so busy, then I'll try and pump some time into sorting the website out.
Yeah.
But there's always so much to do. So.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. Cool. Brilliant. Thank you so much for talking to us, though. And we'll let you enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you.
Cool. So, end of the launch event. Dee and I have had a fantastic evening, it's fair to say, have we not?
We're one of the last people to leave.
Actually, we are. Yeah.
We were eating all the leftovers. That's what it was. We were
Yeah.
cooking. Yeah.
Nibbling. So, but we've it was really interesting because we had a post chat with Dave, and he definitely wants the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast to get involved in the actual tournament. He's going to line us up with actually interviewing some players who are not just any old tennis player. They are, as you heard in the interview with Dave, proper, world-class players.
Yeah, real, like, what do you say? They're only a margin from being some of the very, very best,
From
aren't
the
they?
elite, yeah. So we'll work out who's going to cover what events there, but we'll certainly be reporting live, so to speak.
I'm pretty sure we'll do a couple of live Facebook feeds, won't we?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, but you've enjoyed this because obviously I know this is your first mobile one that you've done
it's
tonight.
my first time out and about the studio. It's a little bit, I think Alex will notice in editing, I scuffed it a little bit, but you learn by doing, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Throw me in the deep end, why don't you? Yeah. But there's been food and drinks, so I'm okay. I'm happy.
That's it. And you did a wonderful job as well, so really good interviews.
Yeah, I got by just flutter my eyelashes when I get it wrong. It's fine.
Okay, well, it's over and out from Julie and Dee at Hickory.
Yeah, woo! Bye, guys.
Bye.
Let's just go into it, shall we? I just want to apologise. Today's been a bit of a nightmare. You come in, I was like, yeah, we'll be there for 10 o'clock, don't worry, we'll be ready set up. And as you come in, I'm setting up and running around with my wires and microphones and stuff. So
it's fine. It's been good fun to see it being all put together.
Back in the old days, I'd have been like, you might as well go and get a coffee because you'd have had to get the big mixer out and the laptop and stuff. This kit is a lot easier. Thanks for coming to sit in with me. I know you spoke to Deedee and Julie. First of all, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Dave Courteen. I'm MD of the Shrewsbury Club.
Yeah. And you're helping organise the W60.
That's it. Yeah. So in March, the end of next month, we've got the World Tour ITF series coming to us. It's the W60. So that will be players that are just inside the top 100 or hoping to get into the top 100 in the world. So they're players that will be playing in the Grand Slams, but they're coming to Shrewsbury as part of the World Tour. And,
how did you manage to pull that out of the bag?
Well, we've run a number of lower ranked events for the LTA and the ITF before, and they're really keen to bring in a high ranking event to the UK. And I think because we managed to get all the town behind us, Shrewsbury, as you know, is a great place. If you want to organise something or make something happen, everybody tends to get on board if they think it's a good idea. So when we've run these events before, we've had a huge amount of support from local businesses and council and Shrewsbury Bid, and everyone's got behind it. And the events go really well. The attendances have been really, really high. We get big numbers in compared to other towns and cities around the UK for the tennis events. So yeah, when this event came up, we pitched for it and we've won it, which for the town is a real coup. It's going to be live streamed on the BBC website and sports app. So we're expecting, or the BBC expect to get in about 100,000 viewers.
Wow!
So it's great publicity for the town.
It's good prospects for Shrewsbury as well, because Julie was at the British Cycling Cyclocross National Championship. I don't know if I said that right, I'm not a cycling guy, but apparently you're supposed to pay to bring them to your town, but they wanted to come to Shrewsbury. So it shows that we've actually got quite a good sports infrastructure here, if that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, and to be fair, this is an expensive event to put on, so it costs about £250,000 to put the event on. And as a club, we've got to generate £70,000 ourselves to make it happen. The rest of the money comes from the LTA. So we're grateful for them for putting the majority of the funding in, but the rest we've got to work. out ourselves through sponsors and activities and ticket sales, and it's a big commitment from us as a club, but we think it's really important. You know, we're one of the biggest tennis clubs in the county, and so I think we feel we have it's really important that we look to grow the sport of tennis, and we have some responsibility to do that as one of the bigger players in the county.
And to bring that kind of prestige to the town as well, it's a big deal. It's a huge deal.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you've got literally, obviously, players coming from all over the world. I mean, last year we had a player came all the way from Australia to play. So literally it is a worldwide tournament, players coming from all around the world. Plus, obviously, you've got the officials, plus you've got coaches, and then you will have, press and media that are covering it. Last year, Laura Robson was coming back from injury. It was her first tournament back from injury, and the tournament was just after the Fed Cup. So she was quite a big name. So we had all the national press were covering that. So yeah, it is a really good event for the town.
The Biscuit will be there. Absolutely.
We're looking forward to the Biscuit being part of it this year. That'll be great. I think we're going to be setting you up with a mobile studio, and we're going to get you to meet some of the players and coaches. And yeah, I'm sure there'll be some great podcasts that can come out.
That'd be great. I mean, I'm not a tennis pedigree, but I like to get stuck into whatever we're kind of featuring on the show. So I'm really looking forward to it. So thank you for inviting us.
I think the thing is that actually what people don't appreciate, whether you love tennis or not, is that actually when you seeing any sport live actually brings a new dimension and excitement to it. But I think particularly with tennis, the difference between the top 10 in the world and the top 100, 150 in the world is absolutely marginal. It's just the odd little error that comes into the games with players that are in the top 100 as opposed to players that are in the top 10. So actually, the quality of the tennis is huge, and it makes it really exciting. So even for non-tennis fans, I think it's a great event to come along and watch.
Some of the some of the tennis matches I've seen over the years, you can feel the tension like through the TV. So imagine while you're watching it live, you can feel that tenfold.
Yeah, and you're really, really close to the action. So obviously we have stadium seating, but you're literally sat on courtside, so you are so close, so you can hear the noises, you see it close up.
You smell the sweat.
Exactly, yeah, absolutely. That's where you can feel the tension.
So how do people acquire these seats then? How are you going to be selling them?
So there's a tournament website, which is worldtennistour.shrewsbury.com. And people just go on there. They can apply online and get the tickets. They're already on sale now.
Wow.
So yeah, we've in fact I think on finals day we've sold about 200 odd tickets of the 500 that are available for finals day. So they're going really. So that's really encouraging. We would expect that one to sell out. Or they can come into the Shrewsbury Club, and we can do it from reception. So they can just come into the club, and we can sell them over the reception desk if people would find that easier than going online.
Would you encourage people that, like me, aren't tennis pedigrees, to come along and just give it a go,
Yeah, absolutely. I think, the players and the atmosphere in the club is great. I think everybody, whether they're members or staff or just people that are coming in to visit, love the atmosphere in the club during the tournament week, because the players and the coaches are mingling around. So you go up into the bar, you have a coffee, and there'll be players sat around waiting for their matches, chatting, and so there's a great atmosphere. You get to get close up to some of the players that you'll be seeing when Wimbledon's on, that you'll be seeing on the telly. So last year's winner went straight from Shrewsbury into the French Open, the French Grand Slam, and played Serena Williams in the first round. So she'd literally been playing in Shrewsbury, and 4 weeks later she was on centre court in the Roland Garros playing Serena Williams, and actually took the first set off her. So you're literally going to be seeing players, then you'll be able to mingle with them. So there's a great atmosphere, and yeah, it's an opportunity, even if you don't love tennis, I think, to come along, see live sport close up, and you'll be surprised at how exciting.
There could be the future Nadal or Federer in there,
Exactly. Well, in the club, I mean, so we've had in previous years. So Angelique Kerber, who's a former world number 1, she's played at Shrewsbury. Karolina Pliskova, who's currently the number 3 in the world, she played at Shrewsbury with her twin sister for a couple of years, not that long ago. And there will be some of the British players there as well. We're expecting to get the likes of Heather Watson and Harriet Dart and Katie Bolter, subject to form and injury. They should all be playing.
Fantastic. Is this like the highlight of Shrewsbury Club? Is this like the biggest event that you've got, or what else do you do for the year?
Yeah, I mean, we're predominantly a club for our members to use. So,
of course,
and clearly this event does slightly cut across that. We're taking some of the tennis courts out of action. So we need to be careful about how many of these sorts of things we do. But we think it's worthwhile, in terms of promoting tennis for us to do that. So yeah, we run two events a year predominantly, which is we do a men's event, slightly lower ranking men's event, which we run around September, October time, and then we've got the women's event, which we're doing, as I say, the end of March, beginning of April. And then the other event that we do that's really successful is we run a national wheelchair championships, which is in. We actually have two of those. We have one in the summer, and then we have the finals event in December, which is the culmination of a series of events from around the country. So those are the kind of events that we have. The men's and the women's World Tour events are for spectators with the wheelchairs. Actually, because they use all the courts, we can't get the stands up for people to watch. But it's still a great event for us to host.
Of course, yeah. Are your members understanding, or do they turn up and be like, Andy Murray on my bloody call? I want to go tennis today.
I think if Andy Murray's on the call, I don't think they'd be complaining at all. I think members are brilliant. I mean, we have to put the event on. We have to have over 80 volunteers to help us stage the event. So, and a lot of those are our members. Like anything, you know, they pay to play tennis, and so they want to be able to get courts. So I think generally for these two events, they can see the benefits of the excitement, getting up close to the players, watching the tennis is. It's worth a hassle.
I bet it makes it worthwhile for you after all the hard work you've put into putting this together. Is it hard work? Has it been?
Yeah, it's a bit of a distraction. So you know, we've got a great staff team at the Shrewsbury Club. They're brilliant. This is a work week when they work even harder than they normally do. But I think everybody enjoys it. There is a great atmosphere, and I think everybody feels a sense of pride and a sense of achievement that we've pulled off. I mean, this such an event. I mean, this is the biggest women's tennis event in the UK outside the grass court season. So, and it's in Shrewsbury. How cool is that?
Makes you proud, doesn't it? How much are the prices? How much were we looking at?
So the ticket prices start, if you come to qualifying rounds, it's £5. Later on, it goes up to £15. But then you can buy a tournament pass, which is £40, and that gets you in for the whole of the week. So if you're interested in coming and you think you might come on a couple of 3 days and you want to just dip in and out, then the tournament pass is a great way of. Do
you do like a family package if you want to bring the family?
Yeah, the tickets, there's a Saturday is our family fan zone day. Okay. So we've got lots of activities. There's a chance to have a hit on court with the players. There's a chance to take part in a number of different events. We've got fastest serve. We've got an interactive wall where you can come and hit a softball against an interactive wall, which will have a darts board on it, and so you try and score points like you would with darts, but you're hitting tennis balls onto it. So there's lots of fun interactive games. We've got someone from the county coming across to talk about she rallies and getting girls and women into playing tennis. So there'll be a lot of activity going on. We've got street food, we've got donuts, we've got so there's an inclusive family package price for the Saturday, because that's our family fan zone day. But yeah, the majority of the matches, it's just you buy your ticket and you take the seats, because it's actually that week, unfortunately, is school week, so a lot of the kids will be at school. Yeah. So,
this is going to be our first outing with a mobile studio. This is. Excellent. This is going to be a big thing, and we could be on the telly. Oh my god! Do you know the viewing times of the telly, or what channel, where it's going to be on? Or
so it's on the BBC website and it's on the BBC Sports app. So yeah, those are the two ways that you can view it on your phone, or you can view it on your telly by going in through iPlayer and watching it on BBC iPlayer and their website. And it will be basically they are doing every single game that we've got on our show court from Thursday onwards, which is the second round. So basically each round, it's a different day for each round. So we do qualifying on Monday and Tuesday, first round predominantly on Wednesday, second round Thursday. So from Thursday, which will be the 2nd of April, they will be having, that's when it will be on the telly, and then it's the second round on the Thursday, quarter-final on the Friday, semi-final Saturday, and final on Sunday. So if you want to watch the final and you want to watch that starts at 2 o'clock on the BBC.
Sounds website. Fantastic. I can't wait. I'm really excited. And you know, like people, Salopians, they get behind Shrewsbury, and it doesn't matter if it's Shrewsbury playing Liverpool at Anfield or whether it's a big event that's going. The cyclocross there were thousands of people there enjoying that, and it's just going out and enjoying the day, you know. So I expect to get you're going to sell those tickets.
Exactly. Yeah. No. Well, last year we sold out for the final. So we're expecting to do the same again this year, and we were really pleased with the ticket sales. As I say, compared to other events, we get more people to Shrewsbury than we get some of the other events when they hold these tennis tournaments elsewhere in the UK. So we're really chuffed at the response we get from Shrewsbury. People come from quite a wide region. So we're putting in from the West Midlands. People came across from Wales, up from sort of Bristol. So we bring people into the town, which is great as well. People may be staying overnight. People then eating out in restaurants, etc. So it's great to bring a bit of business into the town. But yeah, we're pretty confident that we'll get good attendance through the week, and we would expect that, you know, from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday that we'll probably sell out.
Where can people follow the progress, the hashtags, the things that's going on around that?
Yeah, so we have a hashtag W60 Shrewsbury. Yeah. So that's the hashtag to follow. Follow the Shrewsbury Club. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So follow us on there, and we'll be putting stories out about that. And as I say, there is the website where news will be updated. We're putting stories up all the time as we're finding out different players that are confirmed to play. We'll be releasing that as soon as we know for sure. And the website is worldtennistourshrewsbury.com.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for joining me. This is just a short one because I don't want to steal the fire that what Deedee and Julie did at the Hickory's the other night. But thank you very much for coming and popping in, and we will cover this. I think before the event, you can come in and we can have a real good hour-long chat about what's going on. Bring in whoever you want to talk about. We'll do a full Biscuit feature on it. But thank you very much for bringing this to the town, and I'm looking forward to covering it.
Thanks for having me in.
Thank you very much. Cheers.